Hi there. Welcome back to Waxing On. It's Wednesday, classic rock, and today we're looking at a performer who's been around since the 1990s. Had a big hit with a song called The Way It Is. Bruce Hornsby. Used to be Bruce Hornsby and the Range. The album I have in my collection was a concert album. Again, I always like greatest hits or concerts. Now, concerts now give you a chance to hear the song the way the performer wanted to play it. But sometimes you go to concerts and you get a little something more. Bob Dylan, seen him a couple of times, never hear the songs the same way twice. If you listen to the live albums, the songs are always different. I can remember being at one concert, and it wasn't until I recognized some of the words that I figured out what the song was, because he changed it so much. And I guess when you're performing year after year, like people like Bob Dylan were, you need something to keep it interesting for yourself as well. And it refreshes the tunes. Bruce Hornsby was kind of the same way. And this one, while it's a concert album, is not truly a greatest hits album. He's not performing the songs as we've probably heard them on the recordings. And that's kind of fun too. Right, a whole new chance to discover it. And the album is called Bruce Hornsby, Here Come the Music Makers. And the Music Makers were his backup band for the tour. They were his live backup band. Now, some great tunes on here. A lot of the Hornsby tunes you may be familiar with. Songs from some different performers. As you recall, at one point during his career, he sat in with the Grateful Dead on a number of sessions. Now, I don't know if there's actually any recordings, unless some of the, the bootleg style ones. But official recordings, I don't have any with Bruce Hornsby with the Dead. But you can see their impact on here, because we'll kind of notice there's a couple of Dead tunes in there as well. And it was hard to classify what the music was going to be, and I just looked up, and they said with this album he was trying to do a number of different things: jazz, rock, classical, jam band. He was cramming all that in. The band was totally different than, like say, the recorded version. Now let's just take a look at what tunes he has on here, and some of them you may recognize. And again, the diversity of the people that he's using as writers. We've got the Great Divide, Long Cool One, Red Plains, The Road Not Taken, Lady with a Fan, Garcia Hunter tune, so there's a nod to the Grateful Dead there that he was performing with. Stand Around the Mountain, Jacob's Ladder, Blackberry Blossom, and these are traditional tunes that he had adapted. We've got I Loves You Porky by Gershwin from Porgy and Bess. Nocturne, Samuel Barber. The Way It Is, one of his big hits, although a 7-minute version this time, so certainly not the recorded version we're used to. 12-tone tune by Bill Evans, another jazz great piano player. We've got Spiderfingers, Tempest Fugit by Bud Powell. And again, we talked about Bud Powell during the world's greatest jazz concert in Toronto that featured Bud Powell, Charlie Mingus, Max Roach, Dizzy Gillespie, Charlie Parker. This was back in the 50s. Sneaking up on Boo, we've got Fortunate Son, Creedence Clearwater Revival, a John Fogerty in there. The End of the Innocents, Sunflower Cat, / It Takes a Lot to Laugh, It Takes a Train to Cry, Bob Dylan tune. We've got Rainbow Cadillac and Mandolin Rain, Black Muddy River, another song from the Grateful Dead. So quite a variety of tunes in there, and again, a real change from what you're used to hearing. Live performing is always fun, a lot of interaction, a lot of things that just happen on the spur of the moment that get captured and stay on the recording, and there you are. If you're lucky enough to get to the concert, you get to enjoy those moments. Luckily, some of the albums, and like say this one being kind of a / greatest hits concert, give that to you. Again, the album was Bruce Hornsby, Here Come the Music Makers. Lots of stuff on the streaming network of Hornsby's. This one is on there as well. Hard copy's probably available. And again, don't discount YouTube. There's lots of chance to see live performances on there, and sometimes whole albums if you can't find them somewhere else. But this one, like I say, I've listened to it a few times here just recently. You have to take the time. I mean, when you're looking at songs like The Way It Is, and we're running a 7-minute version, this is not a sit down and just listen to it in a few minutes. It's a real experience. 2 CD set, and I'm not sure what the actual running time is. You have to look on the streaming networks. But well worth checking out, revisiting some of the old tunes, or if you've never heard of Bruce Hornsby before, a good chance to maybe discover something new. Okay, that's it for today. Bruce Hornsby and the Range. Well, not the Range, just the new music makers. I'm kind of stuck in the old days with his original band. Until Friday, everybody take care, stay safe. We'll see you then.